Hey everyone, this is Blackbinder, and welcome back to the Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. Last time we left off, we had met Engferth, who is a fighter wizard, but actually it is Aloth from Pillars of Eternity 1. It makes sense why he is maybe spying, because remember we left him in charge of the leaden key in Pillars of Eternity 1. Actually, I think you can choose whether or not to leave him in charge. I personally left him in charge. But, there was something I wanted to do. What was it? Oh yeah, formation. Because I do not want him in front. How do I do that? Well, screw it. I don't know. Let's just go explore. We are looking for Odorisi, or whoever it is that is in charge of this little excavation. Although I don't think he's going to be alive, because the only reason Aloth survived is he was in this little glass cage with a bunch of other people. Stopped him from getting soul sucked. Oh, there we go. That's how we do it. Alright, I want you back here, you up there. Even though Aloth is a fighter mage, I don't necessarily want him in the front yet. Alright, what is your job? You're a priest. Okay, so you can stay where you are. Alright. Anything? No? Okay, we're good. Ooh, look, a sporling. Opening volley, go for it. Oh, great. Will-o-wisps. Will-o-wisps are a pain. They're hard to hit for some reason. Alt-Q is magic missiles. Alt-Q... No, we want just Q, wounding shot. I'm not gonna have time to set it up. But apparently I hit the worm. Whoops. Crystal Spiderling. The other game they could paralyze you. Maybe not the little ones, but they're bigger compatriots. Come on. Should probably turn on the AI. I don't think I have it on. Now, if I remember right, these are per encounter now, not just per rest. I'm talking about Aloth's spells. That is the priest's per encounter ability. Heals everybody. Later on it'll add accuracy, which is nice. And I will get that because I always use it. And I could also always use accuracy. Uh-oh, somebody's poisoned. Nope, just -2 will. I think he'll survive. I'm actually pretty surprised everyone's hitting so well. Whenever I crit, it gives me a nice little close-up. Slow-mo, whatever. Maybe it's only when they get gibbed, I don't know. It hasn't happened that much yet. Alright, what do we got here? Silver Lusks, I think that's just money. The walls here have collapsed inward, barring any further progress. I mean, copper pyre. How about, just say copper pieces. I mean, how hard is that? Now this little weapon he has, Aloth has, actually does a bounce. So I wonder if I might just leave him at range and focus on accuracy, increasing things with his fighter subclass or multi-class, and maybe just turn him into an auto attack machine. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, because if I don't have to, I really don't want to put him up front, because it requires a lot of micro to keep a wizard alive in the front. They actually make really good tanks, which I said it in previous video. But what is this? Essence Anomaly. Another crit close-up. It's cool, but I can see it getting annoying. I can also hurt undead either later or now. Yeah, foe AoE 20 burn damage. If I think they're vessels, which is ghosts. Maybe these guys aren't ghosts. They actually made a turn-based mode for this game. I guess it was a bug at first, but they decided to turn it into a feature. But as long as these combats can actually get pretty long anyway, so I'm not gonna use turn-based. At least not on camera, because I gotta put these into little 30-minute chunks, and I don't even think you could finish most of the fights in this game if it's anything like Pillars of Eternity in 30 minutes with turn-based mode. Alright, what is this? What happened? I can't click on anything, so I guess nothing. Golden Swole. I quick save after most fights. Hopefully I won't have to reload it. But so Odorisi did not survive. Frozen mid-stride, this grim figure is turned toward the colossal pillar of Adra that dominates the chamber. The ashen corpse's outstretched hand rests upon the crystal's dulled surface. Clutched tightly in the remnants of a fist is a bundle of papers bound together by a leather cord. Several more pages are scattered on the ground at your feet.
Think that's the guy we're looking for? Sure holding on to those papers tight.
As you pull the papers free, the ashen fingers gripping them slop away, disintegrating into a fine plume of dust. Aw. Well, we have his notes now. Standing here by the lone figure, you are struck with a feeling of dread. The air around you, the very motes of ash and dust, all of it is stagnant and still. The feeling grows worse when you look up at the Adra and sense no energy flowing into its surface. It is as though it has been disconnected from the wheel. That is not good. That means the souls inside it are disconnected from the wheel. They can't be reincarnated.
You place your hand against the pillar of luminous Adra. A dim, warm light emanates from the surface, but it feels cool to the touch. Pinpricks dance along your fingers, uncomfortable, but not painful. A woman's voice, scratchy, distant, and halting, echoes in your mind.
Find your soul in him.
I think that's the person we met in the beginning.
You concentrate, peering into the Adra's energy as you would peer into a soul. Its inner light is blinding, but as you become accustomed to it, you perceive the core of the Adra itself, a churning mass of millions of soul fragments. With a jolt, the energy reaches out to you. The Engwithan ruin fragments around you, breaking into incoherent shapes and dissolving to dust, falling into an infinite well of dark gray vapor. Even the ground itself disintegrates into nothingness. All that remains is the murky expanse of the in-between. The Adra Pillar, and a skein of golden threads rooted in the pillar that extend far off into the distance. You focus on the threads. You catch glimpses of memories, your memories, mingled among the memories of thousands of other captive souls. The filaments begin to cohere, rapidly twining into a golden cord. With a muffled crack, the cord ripples outward in a violent wave toward the endless distance. The cord undulates over a space so vast that you lose sight of the wave before it finds its end. Then, a heavy creaking, like the sound of mountains shearing under their own weight, washes through the dull gloom of the in-between. A violent force yanks you along the cord at an incredible speed. The murk of the in-between warps erratically, as though you are observing it through an ill-ground lens. Just as quickly as you were pulled forward, you stop, suspended below a massive figure of ancient carved Adra. Like all Adra, it glimmers with energy, but the souls and memories within it are not flowing down. They churn in a vortex that burns at the heart of the statue's mass in some invisible engine. It is Aethys.
Uh-oh, does he see me?
The great golden cord terminates in his back, sending pulses of energy throughout his limbs as they move. He walks in long, slow strides toward a brilliant pillar of Adra far in the distance. It shines even more brightly in the in-between than Aethys.
Okay, so he's going towards some bright pillar.
From within the teeming throng of souls, dozens of eyes look out to you. Through the cord, their collective anguish and despair push at the edge of your
I'm
mind.
guessing we need to beat him to that brilliant pillar.
Help us! Please! Help us!
Their voices echo in your mind. Somewhere within their ranks, you can feel the presence of your own soul, slumbering deeper in the gyre.
Alright, reach out to the lost souls, or push past to find our own, or scream at him. I'm gonna reach out to the lost souls. That seems like the right thing to do.
You reach out to the lost souls, but the incredible power flowing through Aethys's body repulses you. Not even your Watcher powers can penetrate the massive tides of energy crashing through him. The souls sense your efforts and attempt to breach the surface of Aethys's body, but are instantly pulled back down into the deep well at the statue's heart, as though they were pried from the edge of a great precipice. Aethys's stride slows and stops. His head slowly pivots, until its great burning eyes are cast back along the cord. As his gaze meets yours, you feel an overwhelming rush of incredible joy, mingled with profound sadness. You have sensed similar anguish in lost souls, but never with this intensity. A soothing voice drifts into your mind.
Uh-oh, he saw us.
It takes great bravery to venture through the in-between, even for a Watcher.
A swell of admiration radiates out from the god's heart, a force so intense that it momentarily overwhelms you.
You do not need to follow me, for their sake or your own. Something beautiful is coming. Something that will save us all.
A great light shines from Aethys's brow, so bright that even the souls within him flinch from the source, cowering in fear. Through the glare, you see Aethys's massive arm reach up to grasp the golden cord. The tether carrying energy from the Adra Pillar to him, that also suspends your consciousness.
Wait, what does that mean? Or give me my soul back. What does that mean?
The sun will yet rise, Watcher. You need only wait for its light to come.
Aethys yanks on the golden cord, pulling it from his back. The cord tears into filaments that blacken and dissolve to dust. Without pause, he turns to resume his stride toward the distant pillar of Adra, shining on the boundless horizon. You hear the souls within him cry out for just a moment, before your consciousness is snapped away from them. The in-between goes dark. For a second, you feel a mix of nausea and a sensation like spinning and falling. Then the moment ends. Your consciousness has returned to the Engwithan Arena. The world is sideways, the Adra Pillar upside down. You flinch at the feeling that you're standing on the ceiling. The disorientation overwhelms you and you collapse to your knees next to the luminous Adra Pillar. Previously dim and flickering, the pillar now glows with a strong and steady light. You touch the Adra again, but the chill and prickling sensations you felt before are gone, replaced with a comforting warmth, like the embers of a fire that has just lost its flame.
Well, that's not good. As you return to the world, you feel a hand on your back.
You alright? Come on, we just got you back.
Despite his tone, you can see genuine concern in Adair's eyes. I'm fine.
Yeah, I heard you say that before. Had something to do with a 2,000-year-old lunatic talking to you in your dreams. I've seen you commune with souls of the dead, but this looked altogether different. What happened?
I saw Aethys and he saw me, or, thousands of suffering souls were trapped within Aethys. I was powerless to help them.
I don't believe the god of rebirth wishes souls to suffer. If he's harvesting them, he's got a plan.
Maybe.
What did Gon say? Is he gonna meet us? What do we do next? He charged you with a divine calling, didn't he? Just like he's done for me.
He's after Luminous Adra, and we're gonna stop him, or he was headed toward another pillar of Luminous Adra. I like that one. No, let's tell him the truth. I saw more Luminous Adra in his path, but he told me not to follow, that something beautiful is
I
coming.
wonder if he said the same thing to people in Raid Saris 20 years ago.
That's right, he was the same
I
person.
wonder what he's after, and why he's been giving me these dreams. The things I've seen may leave a mark on your soul.
She rubs her arms despite the balmy air.
I may not know what Gon's got planned for me, but clearly he wanted me to meet you.
Gon is an aspect of Aethys, apparently. Alright. Let's see if we can find his notes. Odorisi's notes acquired from his corpse are a dense collection of jargon and diagrams. They allude to mechanical and chemical processes used to treat Adra while it is refined into powder. These notes would doubtless be of interest to those working directly with luminous Adra. So, that's right, the lady wanted the notes, I think. Alright, let's save it so we don't have to go through that again. What is that? A brine imp? Nope, you're easy to kill, so I won't waste any of my spells on you. Blessed incense. What is that? An animancer's hat? We got some notes there. Dora the Reckless defeated 7 beasts barehanded. Moss and grime have been scraped clear of the large portions of this mural, revealing the vibrant hues of the Engwithan figures beneath. Got some crackers. And some ammunition. More money, and blah blah blah. Okay. Let's see, is this worth anything? Journal entry. It has been a stroke of unimaginable fortune to find an Adra vein in such pristine condition. The essence is so concentrated here that, even from the far side of the corridor, the pillar's light pulses like a star. At times I almost feel as if I can sense it, like the warmth of sunlight upon the skin. We will need to reinforce the central chamber before attempting further excavations. The ruins are unstable, and Sila's motley workforce of savages and paupers grows more fearful by the day. With the assistance of a single watcher, we could trace the essence in the primary vein and isolate those deposits worthy of extraction. I petitioned Director Castle in Neketaka for such a resource, but I am continually rebuffed. It is unthinkable that the Vailian Trading Company cannot isolate within the vast borders of its considerable influence a single suitable candidate. I must assume that the wretched Elette woman is hoarding them for her fanciful experiments. Transportation. As if we have the time to expend on such frivolities. That's right, I have Gon's pledge now. I think that just heals me. I guess we'll have to give it a try. Deflection. Alright, let's put it on his finger. We'll give the priest this one. She's the one who needs to resist effects the most. She could probably heal them. Juana's Charm Belt. 15% stride. Sure, why not? I need to go through there a little more thoroughly. Vessel bone. And some larva. Oh god, that looks like a rough fight. Whatever that is. A rusted copper construct. You go after him and cue him to death. Also do this. What is this? Disciplined barrage. You are aware for 15 seconds. So 5 perception, more accuracy, and grazes turn to hits by 50%. Not bad. Especially against a copper construct. I imagine they're pretty hard to hit. Looks like it. So let's go ahead and alt Q them. They are immune to the priest's Q. Do you have any actual spells? Blessed Harvest. Reap an enemy in the name of Gon. If the enemy is bloodied or near death, they will receive significantly more damage. That's not a... 30 damage, not bad. It crits him for... Holy cow. 133.6 slash damage? Oh, I guess that's just what it does. How does it... Maybe that's the reap, or the bloodied amount. Because that seems like a lot of damage just for one spell. We'll test it again on our next fight. Alright. The menagerie. Is there anything I can find here? No? Okay. Holy cow. It's a lot of people. Let's actually have you all shoot the gunpowder barrel and have the pet tank, and hopefully it'll go off and do something cool. Nope, nothing happened. Well then, let's try a different way. Let's Alt Q it. Or just Q, sorry. It's gonna hit the bear, but I'm okay with that. Come on, cast it. Quicker. Quicker! Okay, yep, that was better. Counters. A counter is any ability or effect that removes or prevents another category of effects when applied. There are two types of counters, inspiration and keywords. I think this is like haste and slow. Basically, it's a fancy way of saying haste counteracts slow. I don't know why they have to go in such detail about it, but who knows, maybe there's more to it than that. I want you to reap this person. How do I do that? Just E? Nope. Try Alt Q. There we go. Now, I am paralyzed, so I can't do anything. You knock him down? No, let's save knockdown for the next people. Or, you know, just die. Oh, that's right. Adair's armor, I think, lets him come back to life once. Alright, let's try this one again. And instead of shooting the gunpowder barrel, I will do what you're supposed to do and blow it up. Let's get everybody up here. A little to the side and go. Everybody come over there. Get closer. Oh my gosh, Aloth, hurry it up. There we go. Alright, now you all attack the crystal spiderlings. We need to kill them before they paralyze. I'm guessing they won't be able to paralyze Adair because he's got decent fortitude, unless it's a magical thing. Kill the brine imp, because we can. Actually, you know what? Kill them all. How many times can he cast that per encounter, I wonder? Screw it. We need to kill them before Aloth goes down. And he did get him petrified. Wonder if it's a reflex save. No, it's got to be fortitude. Good job. Let's see. Looks like this is all nothing. Ingredients and selling stuff. Some beer, that's always good. Tattered note. I wasn't sure about the constructs at first. These new techniques may be less extreme than those of eccentrics like Galvino, but it gets harder to remember that once the hulking things are moving around like large, noisy, witless dolls. The constructs require daily maintenance, and they make the workers uncomfortable. Still, they've been an effective deterrent to the local wildlife, and I have to admit I've started to feel safer with one of them standing nearby while I work. Odorisi despises the things and avoids them if possible. That alone is a considerable benefit. Guess you don't like Odorisi. Alright, what is that? Rapier? Yes, pick the lock. What do we got? A fine dagger? Which nobody can use right now. Mostly ranged at this point. I need another, at least one more melee guy. When picking companions, I'll remember that. What is all this? I can't see that. Yeah, it doesn't match any of these symbols anyway, so. How do we do this? I don't want you to have that on. I want you to have a torch. Where can we find a torch? St. Droga's skull. We might put that on later. I don't know yet. And it doesn't look like we have a torch. Unless there's one in here. But nope. Okay. So, look for a torch, because it is dark in here. I guess that's everything. In this place, part of the statue near the legs has been forcibly removed. Praise to bold-hearted Avarix, master of the blade. In memory of Sama, beloved sister, I gift this statue. Now that little thing does match. So we got the snakes, and then that. So let's put someone on these. The snakes, and then that. Is that the two I need? Rock of the Fortunate. Doesn't sound that fortunate. None of those have it, but maybe one of these do. No? There's gotta be something. There's gotta be one more. Although, you know, I could just brute force it. Oh, wait, what? I thought I hit tab over here. I guess I didn't. What is this? These ornate bronze fixtures appear to be braziers. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it means torch. Soot lines the interior of their metallic petals, and you spy fresh coal beneath a filigreed grating. Someone lit these recently. Had you the means, you might do the same. Light it with a torch. Nothing happens for a moment, and then the brazier ignites in a sudden rush of flame. Light it. You scarcely touch the flame to the brazier's surface when it catches with a hollow roar. The flame jets downwards, moving into a narrow channel connecting both braziers. Oh, okay, I guess that's all we had to do. Oh, no. We gotta get rid of the flame now.
I'll try not to get roasted.
So let's do it like this. You and you. Nope. Okay, I know it's these two, so let's find the third one. Which is the third one? There we go. I don't know where we would have found that last symbol. I don't see it anywhere. But who knows? Only the bold, the reckless, and the fortunate shall pass safely within. Oh, okay. The bold, the safe, and the reckless. Gladiator sword. Might give that to Adair, but I really like having a hatchet. The bold, the reckless, and the fortunate. So there's the fortunate. There's the bold. Well, now where is the fortunate? So this is the fortunate, but they removed part of it. So maybe we were just supposed to brute force it, or maybe it's somewhere in here that we missed. Alright, let's get out of here and see what these guys have to say about this whole thing. Heard the loading times get pretty bad as the game goes on. Hopefully I don't run into that problem. If it does, I will have to edit them out. Oh, there's ghosts here. As the souls move past you, some turn their heads in your direction, but most seem fixated below you on the Adra pillar beneath your feet. A few nod their heads in thanks or raise a hand to acknowledge your presence.
What do you see that I can't, Watcher?
Souls, dozens of them, maybe hundreds. They're all going to the Adra pillar.
All of them? Really?
She strokes the cage of her lantern, appearing lost in thought. Yeah, isn't she supposed to be collecting these guys? A small group of souls has started to cluster around you. One of them is standing a bit closer than the others and gestures for your attention.
Watcher, we'd like to come with you.
Why don't you just go... I'll protect you, but why don't you just go to the Adra pillar?
We would, and we appreciate that you showed us the way, but what if the Adra goes dark again before we reach the beyond?
Very well, follow me.
Can I harvest the souls now?
Yes, of course.
Thank you for aiding my mission, Watcher. I just knew you'd help me if I followed you.
Aloth hums approvingly. Zodi glides her hands in a series of motions that resemble a martial art or an intricate dance. As she slides a circle around the area, she begins swinging her lantern faster and farther from her body until an ephemeral light flares from inside. The lure is answered, and several souls change course, drifting past the lantern's cage to disappear.
Thank you, Watcher.
Is that what they wanted to do? Maybe they're in there. But that's where we're going to end it. We are at the 30-minute mark, so if you like what you see, please like or subscribe to the channel. And have a good one. Thanks for stopping by.